We begin tonight at 6 with breaking news out of Georgia. Jimmy Carter, our nation's 39th president, has died at the age of 100. Carter was the longest living former president in U.S. history and a Nobel Peace Prize winner for his human rights work around the world. His son, Chip Carter, confirms the former president died in his home this afternoon. He'd been in hospice care since February of 2023. Carter was elected president in 1976. His term in the White House was highlighted by forging peace between Israel and Egypt, but it was overshadowed by the Iran hostage crisis. Now, post-presidency, Carter built a reputation as a global humanitarian and a champion of democracy. He's survived by his 4 children, 11 grandchildren, and 14 great-grandchildren. Tonight, Lester Holt will share an in-depth remembrance of President Carter. That's tonight at 6:30, and then tonight on 13 News, we will take a closer look at Carter's life and legacy. Back here in Indianapolis, police say a fight led to deadly violence last night on Indianapolis's west side. 2 men died after showing up at Eskenazi Hospital with stab wounds. Our Marina Silva's in studio tonight with a look at what we know right now. Marina?
Well, Jenny, we're still learning details into the stabbing. We know 2 men showed up at Eskenazi Hospital around 2:30 this morning with stab wounds. Both men died at the hospital. Just before that, officers were sent to a location on North High School Drive for a fight. Police did find a crime scene there and tell us these are connected. There are multiple businesses at 855 North High School Road. Police have not said which business the fight happened. Police have not released any information on a suspect yet, but coming up after Sunday Night Football at 11, we're taking a look at this year's homicide numbers in Indianapolis and seeing how they compare to 2023. Jenny.
Marina, thank you. All right, to the weather now, and boy, oh boy, it has been a soggy Sunday. Matt warned us about it. You said it would be a soaker, and it sure was.
Yeah.
So question is, how long is it going to rain?
Yeah.
And then I know you're talking about this cold snap. Is
My
it
goodness.
headed our way?
If you step outside right now, it's already gotten a whole lot colder
Oh, shoot.
across central
Okay.
Indiana. But we picked up a lot of rain. We've got the heavy rain out of here.
Okay.
We still have some light scattered showers to deal with on and off throughout the rest of this evening. I want to show you some of the weather maps because they tell a big story. The big story now is not so much the rain, although there's a lot of it on the ground right now, but the wind. We've got sustained winds just barely under 30 miles per hour across much of central Indiana, from Indy to the north and generally to the east. There's this wind pocket right now that's kind of burst from about Anderson, Pendleton, south and east to Muncie, Newcastle, and right into Richmond. Where you see some of the brown colors, we do have some gusts now near 50 miles per hour. This band of wind is slowly shifting out of here, but we still have a few hours to go of some very crazy wind speeds. Don't be surprised if we do have some isolated power outages throughout the evening. Air temperatures have dropped quite a bit. We're in the 30s and 40s now, but wind chill wise, it feels like it's below freezing already in Indianapolis. Remember, just yesterday, we were sitting at 60 degrees. It is so much cooler around central Indiana. Coming up, we're going to be telling you about another system coming in for New Year's Eve, and it looks like it may turn to be a bit on the snowy side. Jenny?
All right, Matt, we'll see in a few minutes with that. Thank you. Happening tomorrow, an 18-year-old arrested in connection with that shooting at Castleton Square Mall is due in court. Someone heard gunshots around 8:30 Monday night, and the mall got evacuated. No injuries reported at first, but the 18-year-old later showed up at the hospital with a gunshot wound. Police arrested him after he left the hospital. He told officers someone shot him after an argument. Now, that 18-year-old is charged with felony intimidation. Detectives, though, still investigating the shooting itself. If you can help, call IMPD or Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS. Remember, you do not have to give your name. A northern Indiana school bus driver is accused of driving her bus drunk. The woman just got arrested, but this happened back in September in LaPorte. Some of the 32 students on board started reporting strange behavior from their bus driver. The transportation director intercepted the bus, removed the driver, and she resigned later that day. Well, a criminal investigation started when the toxicology report came back. Police issued an arrest warrant back on December 19th, and the driver surrendered on Friday.